Good morning, friends. How is everyone doing this fine Monday morning? Um, I was trying to prep a few things here before we get started, and I couldn't figure out why my embossing folder wasn't quite working. I wasn't getting a good embossing. And I forget that for some of my embossing folders, I just can't run them through my Empress. They don't get a good enough embossing. So I have to bring out my Spellbinders Platinum 6, and it does much better. Much better. So as I wait for a few of our friends to get here, I'm going to emboss, and I'm doing it off camera, a couple of sheets of paper here, just in case I want to use them as a background panel, because as we said last week, I am going to be working on making the rest of my KCC 18 cards for this month. I have everything cut out as far as the pattern paper goes, but I didn't have like all the rest of the stuff ready to go. So I thought I'm going to get some papers embossed real quick and see if I need those. See, I embossed a couple. Good morning, my friends. Hi, Go. Hi, Froggy. How are you doing? So, I really wasn't sure if I was going to come on this morning because my wonderful grandchildren have shared their cooties with me, and I am sick again. This is ridiculous. But excuse me, from time to time, I may mute myself, and I didn't catch it that time, but I'll try. I may mute myself when I start coughing, trying to cough instead. Okay, so here's all my cut papers ready to go. Here's the leftovers of what came in. The mystery card making kit from Kendra, which also included this stamp and this die. Awesome. So I have some more papers here that I can use if I need to. Let's get started, yeah? Let's set the ones aside there. So here we go with sketch number 1. And if you haven't started playing with Kendra's card challenge, I would strongly encourage you to play. It really is a lot of fun. You get so many wonderful ideas with all her sketches. They're just amazing. They make it so much easier for, at least for me as a crafter, to make beautiful cards. Because sometimes I get stumped. You know, when you get in that funk where you're not quite sure what to do, sketches help me a lot. And Kendra has some great ones. And I usually find myself navigating towards one or two of them. Definitely one, because I stick with one sketch for the super sponsor hops, and I use that same sketch throughout the quarter. Okay, so for this one, see how there's white here and gray here? So the gray area is your card base, and then the white could be pattern paper, embossed paper, ink blended paper, whatever you want. And then these grays are also other pieces of paper, whatever you want. So I haven't cut any circle layer or anything, so let's kind of peek at what I have here and what I want to add. I'll definitely not get through the rest of the cards today. I can just feel myself being a slower crafter today. For example, see, I could use this one that says Happy Easter. It's a cut apart. And I could just cut that out with a circle die. Let's find one that fits that. And these are old dies I had in my stash. This was probably the first set of dies I ever bought. And I bought them, and I remember why I bought them, because we were having a birthday party for my son-in-law, and we needed to make a birthday card or an invite. So I was making an invite, and it was I I guess like a bullseye, because it was, he likes shooting, he likes hunting, he likes all that stuff. So we made it that theme. And so I needed a large circle die, and the largest one here was perfect for the invite. So I need that, and then the smaller ones for the different layers of bullseye. So this was the first one I ever bought, and it's a We Are Memory Keepers nesting circles. And I mean, I use it a lot. When I reach for circles, I reach for that one a lot. Okay, let's see if this one works. Maybe I'll be able to just cut it with the smaller one. Yeah. Get my washi to hold that in place because I'm trying not to cut into my magnet for a bit until I order new magnet plates for my mini Empress. And I just haven't done that yet. I'll get to it. In the meantime, let's move my stuff out of the way there. So let's see who else is here. Paige, welcome, my friend. How is everyone doing? All right, so let me try and get my lighting's a little off. I moved my lights, guys, out of my way. I was cleaning and measuring because I'm going to put a giant pegboard on one of the walls in my craft room. I've decided. Whoops, wrong. And so I have to kind of move everything out of my way so I could measure everything, and I put blue tape up on the wall, to frame it on the wall as to how it would be placed. That way I could kind of get a visual for what it would look like. I put a giant headboard up there, and I'll frame it. I'll make my own frame on there. Of course, watching lots of YouTube videos to see how to do that. But that'll give me some additional storage on the walls. I made a circle out of that one. So let's see, if we're looking at that sketch, then there was another circle behind that. I finally bought myself a trash can for in here, you guys. I could have used this on the card like I did on the previous one, but I'll save that for another one. Okay, let's see. What do I want here? Maybe some of this. I can make a bigger circle. So I did finish, you guys, the, I was making those little notebooks for the Easter bags for my grandkids, those little mini notebooks that they can each either color in or take notes on, whatever. I did finish those. So those are done. I have to make a couple of other little goodies that I want to make for their bags. And I also have to go buy the bags. So I'll probably do that today. This weekend was really busy. I didn't do anything really around my house. We went to my mother-in-law's to kind of clear out some of my brother-in-law's stuff that he had in the garage. So it took quite a few trips to be dumped. I think we dumped 4 truckloads of just stuff we had there. My niece went through it all. Her dad, so I told her, okay, you have to decide what stays and what goes, and what's donated and what's trashed, and those kinds of things. It was her dad. Which my mother-in-law, sometimes she has difficulty with. She says, well, he was my son. And I tell her, I know, but, she's his beneficiary, and she really needs to make those decisions. The 2 kids do, her and her brother, but the brother leaves it all to her, of course. Okay, let's see. So we were busy doing that. Now, should I use, yeah, I'm always busy, but you know what? I prefer being busy to not. When I'm not busy, I feel like I'm wasting time. I don't know if that makes sense, but very strange. Should I put an embossed background behind these, or just leave the white, or maybe a colored cardstock? No, not that one. Not that one. I'm gonna leave this one just with the panel. We'll try that for once. If there is a panel. Okay, I can do this. I'll put the cardstock. What about a blue? What about blue? That purple looks pretty, right? Yeah, I'm always testing. So before I put a card together, you guys, a lot of times in my videos, you'll just see me like, oh no, there's a lot of this beforehand. For example, I'm working on a video for the 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop, which, oh my God, can I tell you, they're my new obsession. I just love their cardstock. But anyway, there was a lot of prep going into that. Like, I haven't even recorded it yet, and I've probably spent a good 4 hours just prepping for that, deciding what I was going to do and choosing the colors of cardstock and cutting them all out, because there was a lot of die cutting for that one. So it's a lot of, prep. Yeah, I like the purple too. I think that's much better. Okay, so we'll use the purple, and then let's see, there's supposed to be 2 more strips of pattern paper. So we don't have to add those strips. That's the good thing about Kendra sketches. You really can make them your own. You don't have to add everything. Like, I don't have to add this other object there, Okay, let me go back to what I was thinking. So I have some pink, and I kind of like this green because of that green circle there. Cut the strips. Let's see, 1 3/4. 3/4 strips. 1 3/4. Excuse me. Just 1 3/4. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it the length it is, and then I can trim it down if I need to. I'll be better off doing that. And then maybe some of this pink for the smaller one, which is half an inch. Then I bought myself a punch to make my little what are they called? Banner fishtail ends. Just because I'm kind of, you can cut them easily with just your scissors, guys. But I'm so picky about things with myself. That's just how I am. That I just yeah, no. Yeah, nice little fishtail. And I shouldn't care that much about it. Well, I have to let it go. Okay. So then this would go under here. And this one would go there. This is my process, guys. Yeah. Oh, I like that. Okay, and then instead to add a shape of some sort, I know I had some stickers in here, so I think I'll need to add those stickers. Maybe I'll add one of these purple flowers, maybe. All right, let's start putting it together. Let me get mine. Oh, and this I needed to trim down. That needs to be 4 by 5. So let me trim that down. Pitch of 4 by 5 quarter. And this is, I don't know if you can tell, it's like a textured, kind of shiny cardstock. It's really pretty. Not really sure where she did. Good morning, Mona. How are you? You never been able to order from them? Oh, no, why not? Definitely. You know what I'll do? When I'm done here, you guys, I'll put my link to 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop. Oh my goodness. I have gotten so many of their papers. I've gotten their vellum, which I've used. Their Encore cardstock, which is a textured cardstock, beautiful colors. Their matte foil cardstock, gorgeous. Their glitter cardstock, which it actually feels kind of velvety. And it doesn't shift. It does not shift. So here, let me grab one. It's just, it feels so smooth, and it's a good solid cardstock. Let me show you one of their like matte. Here's one of the matte foil ones, and they have a shinier one. Here's one of their holographic ones. Just really good cardstock. But I'll put a link when I'm done here. I'll put a link to the 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop, as well as to Kendra's card challenges, because I forgot to put the link for her Patreon. So if you're a VIP, you get the mystery card kit, which is amazing. It's filled with so many goodies. So I have to put the link to that one too. Let's see if we can make at least one card today, because I am just a China cat. You know, my throat is sore. And then this will go there next. But yeah, I'm becoming, I hate to say this, but I'm becoming a bit of a cardstock snob. There are particular cardstocks that I'm liking. Like, so when I started card making, of course, you get what you can get. You know, you go to Michael's and get their paper, and I'll use that. But once you are able to craft with better quality paper, it's like, oh, now I see what people need. It cuts better when you're die cutting, or you're cutting using your Cricut or Silhouette, any of your electronic typing machines, and it just feels better and it looks better, guys. It just looks better. So I'll put links when I'm done. I told you I'm terrible about that. Absolutely terrible. And I'm trying to get better. There are a lot of things I'm trying to get better about. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, Alisa. How are you? Oh, I didn't get to finish watching. I was watching Crafty Al before I had to kind of set up to come on here live. So I didn't get to finish watching, but yeah, I want to definitely watch her live stream. She's doing her Easter Advent series. And she's doing a giveaway too for that. So definitely want to watch, because I didn't buy the Gumyakan Advent calendar for Easter. So maybe I'll get lucky. There's that. What message page? Oh, about not being able to order. Yeah, I'll put that link. I promise. In fact, you know what? No, I'll do it when I'm done, because otherwise I get sidetracked. Oh, welcome, Laura. Hi, Jean. How are you? Hi, Linda. How are you? Oh, I'm assuming I'm seeing that Alicia must be done, because now I see people popping in. Good morning, Barbara. Hello, Justine. So glad you're here. Hi, Cece. You're in Canada. Oh, yeah. I don't know if they ship to Canada. This is ridiculous how shipping is so expensive internationally. It bothers me. Hi, Polly. Welcome. Yep, was assuming people are coming in from Crafty Al. Hi, Barbara. Who else am I missing? I think I got everyone. Uh, oh, that I was live. Yeah, but I appreciate you joining. And I knew I almost came on a little early because my granddaughter called me saying she needed a ride somewhere and she needed to be there at 10. And I was like, oh. So I thought, okay, I might have to go on a little bit early to finish early. Because if you've ever lived in San Diego, you know you can get anywhere in San Diego in 15 minutes. At least that's my husband's theory. So she ended up saying, oh, never mind, Grandma, I don't have to be there till 11. So yeah, for that. So that gave me a little more time and allowed me to come on here live and not feel so rushed. I don't like coming on live when I feel super rushed. I feel like I'm not um, being very, I don't know. I'm not I'm not being fair to you all when I'm rushing. Okay. Let's try this now. Should have just put it on. In fact, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have that circle. It goes there, is that right? Which one is that? Yeah, that'll work. So, yeah. And I like coming on to live. I think I look forward to our lives. So, here, then, any object. I could do this purple flower there. Kind of like that. All right. All right. There it is. Card sketch 1 done. That goes back. I didn't show you. See money. Like I normally do a video showing the process of me making my entry for each month, but I'm not going to do one this month because I did sketches 7, 8, and 9 on the live hop. Oh, thank you, Paige. Don't forget to give your stamp of approval. You know what? If you feel like it's in your heart to give that thumbs up, go ahead and do that. Oh, Barbara too. You both did. Oh my goodness, you guys are amazing. Thank you, my friend. I like it. It's cute, huh? Okay, so there's card sketch number 1. So what I do when I'm done is I put them back in the sleeve um, along with the sketch because I'll use this sleeve again for next month. And then when I'm done with all of them, I'll take a picture of all 15, upload that into the InLinkz party for that month, and take individual pictures and upload those. Okay, so here's card sketch number 2. All right, so this is going to go like this. And another circle. We'll do just this one here. And again, it doesn't have to be exact. So I don't have to use a circle. I could use, for example, this sticker here, this rectangle sticker here. It says Happy Easter. In fact, I think I might do that. So let's see, 5 by 4 quarter. Maybe I'll use, let me try using this embossed paper. It's a little bit, you know how when you run it through an embossing folder, it gets a little warpy. So I just put that back there. Oh, but you know what I'm going to do? Let's get some. I'm going to go with. I'm bringing in some of my Gina K inks here because I think what I want to do is kind of add color to that embossed panel. I'm going to go with the purple again. All right, and I'm just going to lightly, let's see if this works out. Kind of put over the top there. It's just hitting the raised parts, hopefully. I'm being so light that I don't think anything that's coming. Press a little harder here. And I know I have some of the good old foam blending tools somewhere in here. But I don't know where. I might have left those in the garage because I really don't use those, so those might have been something like that. Because like when I was organizing my drawers, I don't remember seeing those, which means I left them in the garage. Oh yeah, that looks okay, right? But these do need a matte layer. So let's grab some more of this cardstock. Maybe we'll add pink matte layer. Just like that. And grab some of this stuff. Um, ah, hold on, guys. I'm digging through my box here of 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop. Let's see if I have under purple. Oh, words are so hard sometimes. That matte metallic, matte foil. This one's purple. Go with that. It might be too bold. Ooh, I do like it though. Let me see the pink one. Oh no. Oh, that's expensive, so I didn't do that one. Hold on, guys. That one away. I don't dig into that. Oh yeah, excellent. So I have a purple. Purple. That looks okay. Let me see that. Or I have this like glitter, this purple glitter. What do you think? Hi, Jeanette. Welcome, my friend. Oh, you're so sweet. You guys, you do wonders for my ego. Okay, so we have those two purples, but let me see. There's a pink here. That pink would look like liking the purple, like the boldness of the purple. Okay, okay. Excuse me. I'm gonna try. Let's see. Okay, let me pick. I can do this purple here, as well as this one there. I think that would be that purple. Or shimmering no shed glitter. Which one, guys? The matte foil or the shimmery glitter? Let me do a poll. Yeah. That's where I need to be. Okay, start a poll. Foil. Ready, set, go. You guys tell me what to use. Makes it so much easier when you guys tell me what to do. I always go with a shimmery glitter. I know, but isn't this matte foil pretty too? Like I'm loving both of them. There's my conundrum. Which one do I use? They're both so pretty. And wait till you see the project I'm going to make for the 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop. I'm fingers crossed I get that video done today, and it'll be on their channel. So I'll let you guys know when it's up. No, oh, it's so pretty. All right, guys. All right, guys. Ready? I'm going to end the poll. And glitter, 80% of the vote. Glitter went out. Okay. I will save my shimmery purple. Put another one. So here, what I could do to save paper too is just cut like strips to put on the sides of it. Because this goes like all the way across. I don't need a mat on this end. Let's do that. Should I do that? No, I'm just gonna touch it. I'm just gonna touch it. And then just order more. That'll give me an excuse to order more, right guys? Okay, let me do that. But my husband's been so, you know how I tell you, he's been so good. He didn't really want to attach anything to the walls, you know, he didn't want to mess with the walls since we remodeled the house. It was all I could do to get him to add my camera mount to the wall. So I kind of blew the idea of that pegboard by him. And I thought for sure he was going to say, no, I don't want anything else on my walls. He's like, oh, yeah, tell me when you want to put it up. I was kind of like, oh, okay. That sounds great. Okay, so then this is going to go there, right? So go behind that square piece. So, yeah, he's letting me do whatever I want. But he did say, okay, this is your last move. This is it. You're in there. You're not moving to another room. You're not. The kids need a place to stay. Too bad. They're not just using to one of the other rooms. This is your room. Not moving out of it. So I said, okay. No problem. Not that. Okay. And this one also has to be matted. So I'm going to match that on, excuse me, the glitter paper as well. Yep. And, you know, I didn't add liquid glue behind this one when attaching it to glitter. Typically, I do both dry adhesive and a wet adhesive because glitter can be difficult to have things attached to. Yeah, I should have. This is peeling up real easy. I'll go back and add them. Although I bet it would have stayed if I could get my hands in and start to peel up. I did, so now I have to add some glue. I want to attach this to the card base too, because I want it to be where it belongs before I add squares. All right, so now I can attach this to my glitter. And I can trim it. And save the scrap. Use it for die cuts. Paper scraps. Okay, then this can go here. And I think I'm going to add another kind of dips. So add some more piece of cardstock back there. Having scraps here. Let me just get a scrap of some little bin of cardstock. Of my not so expensive papers. So like my collection stuff. That I don't mind. That I don't mind using back there. All right. So about this much. Maybe two. Maybe two. Yeah. Put this here. That'll level it off a little bit better. Raise that up. Put that here. How are we doing on the chat, my friends? Yeah, it does look great, glittery. Yeah, I think so. I had some lighter lavender matte foil, but I didn't want to get to that right now. So we went with the glitter. I think it was a good choice. Crafty friends always make wise decisions. It actually goes up to the top of the sketch. Trying to stick a little bit closer to the sketches because I tend to deviate as far as I don't pay attention and I'll forget to add a little flag or something. Oh, we were going to add that yellow sticker. Where is it? This one's pretty too. So hold on. That one. It's on the yellow sticker now. All my stuff off. Yellow sticker. Oh. Yeah. I'm good at using things. Is anything I'm good at with that? Here it is. Okay, so we could do this one that says Happy Easter right there. But I almost think that's too big for that one. Almost. Well, this one that says the best Easter memories. I like that one. What do you think, guys? I think that one. Yeah, that the glitter paper. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with this one for guys. Put it on there. I always get a piece of scrap paper behind there. Like I said, I'm new obsession is the 12 by 12 cardstock shop. Totally new obsession. And I told my husband about it too, and I was like, "You got to see this paper." He's funny because he'll act like he is excited right along with me. He's probably thinking, It's just paper. But he tries. Goes along. He says, oh yeah, that's good paper. I got it. No, don't pull up paper. Should have added this first. Extra paper first. All right. Now I'll feel better about it. I think I'm doing water. Oh, give me 1 second. I'm so sorry about that. All right. What do you think? All done. Here's number 2. I'm glad I added that ink to that embossed panel. Yeah, the best instruments. I think this looks better. Not only the size and the shape, but the color too. Came out better. Okay, so there's number 2. All right. Let's see if I can get 3 done. Let's try. Let's try. Thank you, my friend. All right, let's see. Number 3. Okay, number 3. Now this one has a larger size panel here in the front. So I think what my thought process was on this one was to use one of the cut aparts as that panel. Let's see what cut aparts are. Do that. I could have sworn I had a different cut part. I could rotate it and make that cut apart work, right? I think I'll do that. Which means I need a different card base. So let me get a different card base. This is a top folding portrait, so I need a top folding. All right, let's see. Yeah, better. So then this can go here. This can go there. Yeah, that'll work. Now my matte layers. What do I do with my matte here on this one? Maybe bring back my scraps. 12 by 12. Okay, pink one. Pink one pretty there. Look. Right? This pink glittery one. That was pretty too. No, no. Thought I had yellow, but I guess not. I must just have the gold. I mean, as far as my scraps, I have other colors in my box. I like that pink better. Okay. I'm gonna go with pink. I guess I'm gonna go with a matte foil. Let me turn it down though to see how I have the white edges on there. Sometimes when you do cut aparts, they're butted right up against each other, and then trim them, you get a little bit of the neighboring cut aparts on this. So what I like to do is I'll just trim a little bit around. I hate to waste that wood. Not wasting. I can buy more, right? I can buy more. And then they have this. Now I could put it just on the white, or I could add another matte layer. I think for I have to look at my uh, camera sometimes because like I'll see it one way in person and then when I look at video, it's a totally different way in my eye. I like the white better. Okay, so we're gonna leave that little white and go ahead and make sure put it there. Why does it not put there? It could be my eyes. Just sometimes I see things. And I vacuumed my room the other day, guys, because scraps of paper in here. Now, when I go on, I know on glitter I use a combination of both, but when I go on a foil, I try and use just dry. If any of that liquid seeps out, even though it dries clear, you can see where it seeps out. Try to, okay. This, oops, those are both. So I think, guys, I finally have my camera and the craft room the way I want it to be. I think I have to test it out for a couple months probably and see if there's anything I want to change. But so far, everything is where it makes sense in my brain. And then once I add that headboard, so I know somebody had asked me if I would do like a craft room tour, and I'm not ready for that yet, but I will get to it. I will get to it at that point. I just I want to have it all set up nicely before I get to that point. See how it has this sentiment banner there? I don't want to add that because really this whole piece is a sentiment. I could add some of these stickers, but I almost think that takes away from that. So I'm going to leave that there. Any other stickers there? Oh, I know what I can use. We've got some enamel dots. I can add some enamel dots. What are these called? These self-adhesive enamel dots from your next stamp. They're gumdrops. So you figure if this was like this faces this way. Maybe I'll do the oh, thank you, my friend. Yes, I am very happy. What's funny though is my grandson came over and he said, "Grandma, let's go to my room," because this was the playroom for the kids. And I'm like, okay, and I know what room he means. And one of my older grandchildren told him, "That's not your room anymore." And he looked at her and he says, "That's my room. It will forever be his room." And I remind them, I said, no, because at any given point in time, I think all but one, no, all of my grandchildren have lived with me at any with their parents, of course, but they've all lived here, and so they all have a room that they claim is theirs. That was my room, and that was my. Just like, okay, all right. Here's number 3, right? Switch number 3. I think it turned easy, simple. Oh, I'm glad I'm out of the garage too. Oh, it's freezing in there. It's nice here, and I'll turn on the AC if I need to, and in the winter, I'm sure I'll turn on the heater if I need to. But how are we doing? We got 10 more minutes. Let's try one more, yeah? Here's sketch number 4. But yeah, I mean, you do what you have to do as a mom. Um, and so my kids needed a place to be. I shifted, I adjusted, and that's just all there is to it. I'm going to use this one. This one has like a leafy pattern to it. So I'll use this one. Oh, that one's that. So then this one will go there. That will go there. And yeah, I like that. I think I'm gonna leave this just the white. I think it looks okay that way. But I will add, oh, there's a strip that's supposed to go across there. So that way we can look at this. Well, the ink over that. Oh, this one looks good, right? Maybe. Oh, I really wish I could use these strips, but it goes at an angle. And I can't put these strips. But right. Mhm. Let's see what else I have. Oh, let me think, guys. Let me think. This is what happens. My brain has to think. That. Stickers. That. That. Oops. This one here. I guess I could use this green. I really do like this one better. I'll sacrifice a head apart and get them out later. Or, oh, I forgot I need multi-color still. Like this metallic. That one's green. Or, if this is pink. No, not that one. What if I just want to black? Oh, let's grab it. Sorry, guys. I got quite real fast. I have to figure out what I want. This is like a white glitter. White glitter. This is really popping. That. Are you guys suggesting stuff I should? Yes, the things we do for our family. I'll do anything for it. You moved many times. Oh, so have I. Oh my goodness, if I could tell you how many times I've moved rooms. You know, Froggy, if you're in California, I don't remember where you're at, but it makes perfect sense in California because it is near impossible to find a place, an affordable place for young couples. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this peachy color. I like it too. So yeah, that's why my daughter and son-in-law and grandkids were living here. They were searching and searching and searching and searching for an affordable place to live, and it just wasn't happening. Million Dollar Home has a home meeting here in San Diego. Million Dollar Homes are now fixer uppers here. Yeah. And sometimes my kids will say, "You should sell your house and buy something newer." And it's like, no, where am I going to go? I can't get anything that I want. So I stay put in my house. So this is going to go there. Happy Easter's going to go here. I need a strip of paper to go across. I almost got that, but I could use this one, right? And it's only supposed to be a 1/4 inch, but I like it a little bit wider. So I'm going to do that. And if it doesn't reach, if it's not long enough, I nip it and make it reach. Going behind another piece of paper and we'll see. We'll see if it's reach. Try and get them close to even. I'm doing time. Almost, guys. Almost done. Fine. And this will go here. Oh yeah. Yeah. You guys ever make a card and you think, what a waste. I did a terrible job on that. I've done that many a time. But really, most people don't think it's a waste. It's just us. We're harder on ourselves. So happy Easter. That's what we'll put on here. This one calls for some normal thoughts or something. So I'll bring it in. I think the yellow's too bright. I'm gonna go with the pink again. Medium sized ones. It's all three. Kind of follows the edge. And that'll go on my cards. Yeah. Hold on, right? Yeah, I think I'll just go with that. So let's see. In an hour, I will read it 4 cards. That's not bad. It does usually take me quite a few hours between cutting and sorting and then finding all the, what background layers I want, my mat layers. Takes me time. All right, there's card number 4. Not bad, huh? Yes, we do miss them. It's awfully quiet in my house right now. My son is staying here temporarily again until he finds a place because he's back in France. So, $1 million home. Yeah, but $1 million home here, you're thinking of a mansion in your brain, in most people's brains. But $1 million home here is probably maybe a 3-bedroom, 2-bath fixer-upper that needs work. It's not a mansion. You want a mansion in San Diego? You're looking at. Oh, have a good day at work, Barbara. Thanks for being here. All right, let me pull out all 4 cards in there so I can move my mess off to the side for a moment. Just a moment. Let's pull out the cards before I give you all. Okay, so there's 3 and 4. Here's 2. Oh, looks like 3 out of 4 are masking. And there's 1. Wraps it away. All right, better. You can kind of focus on the cards. So here's card sketch number 1, card sketch number 2, card sketch number 3, and card sketch number 4. Okay, guys. So, oh, thank you, Justine, for being here. Have a great meeting. So, just to recap, I'm going to put links for Kendra's Patreon shop, Kendra's card challenge, so you can join. Also to, oh, the 12 by 12 card shop. Am I missing anything? Did I say I was going to link anything else? Yeah, affordability is not a thing. Not a thing anymore. I'm going to give you guys a minute, see if I forgot if there was anything else I was going to link. But I know for sure Kendra's Patreon, Kendra's Card Challenge 18, and 12 by 12 card shop. I think that was everything. I hope that was everything. Oh, thank you, Paige. I appreciate you. And if I miss anyone, if I didn't say hi to you, welcome and thank you for being here with me. I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are awesome. I'll be back on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Pacific. And let's see, what do I have scheduled for Wednesday? I should probably look at this before I come on live, and I won't know without question. Oh, I didn't schedule anything for Wednesday. I didn't write down what I wanted to do for Wednesday. Okay, so how about this? How about you just play by ear on Wednesday? Maybe I share the little notebooks I made for my grandkids for their Easter bags. And that way you can see all 10 that I made. I'll do that. How about that? And we'll probably make a part or 2, depending. Depending on how my afternoon goes on Wednesday. Alrighty, friends, I'm gonna let you go. I'll get those links in. Give me about 15 minutes to get them in, and then you can go and click those links. All right. Okay, friends. Thanks a lot. We'll see you Wednesday. Have a great Monday. Bye.